Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois and welcome back to Stoneblock 2. In the last episode, we were working on stuff. I actually don't remember at all. It's been a bit since I recorded this, and I know we've been working on the farms and getting seeds and all that kind of stuff, working with chickens. I feel like recently we had to do a few things with like immersive engineering and whatnot just to get more seeds. We've been trying to get more stuff with the draconic evolution, but in order to do that, we're going to need a lot of draconium and all that kind of fun stuff. So I have been busy. Main reason this series has kind of faded is because I've been really busy trying to get things done in here. I've been working with chickens and AFKing quite a bit. And I also did something else. Can you notice it? It's a little subtle. But I actually expanded this room. Let's see, 6 blocks both directions. And the reason for that is because we are going to be installing a chicken coop. That is kind of the plan for today. We have all the cows set up. I just need to build the barn. Today's not going to be a building episode, however. What we are going to be doing is working on trying to get some various things kind of systems set up and all that kind of fun stuff. So that's the plan. With that being said, I also want to finish up the tier, tier 5 seeds and the tier 4 seeds. I have finally the mana infused chickens, which is what we need for the mithril seeds. And we're going to get that done today as well. So let's just jump into it. First things we got to do is we've got to murder some chickens and get some more stuff. Now, I have these guys. I have better ones breeding. And I have completed quite a few different chickens. We're going to get a few of these guys set up today to start giving us drops. That's at least the hope. So let's get these chickens in here. We murder them. And we actually got 9 mana infused ingots, which is more than enough for what we need with this. So there is the mithril seeds. And that is easy enough. Now there is more stuff that we need to do. So we're going to need a bunch of other seeds. And that's what we're going to do first. And then we're going to set up a system for the chickens. And then I've got to decide something. And this is kind of a big decision. Because I'm not entirely sure what I want to do, and I think I have an idea. So we have our mob farm here. This has been working great. I went ahead and put iron boots in the trash filter. What I'll probably end up doing, actually let's take the iron boots out for now. What I'm probably going to end up doing is making another filter and get the iron armor to automatically be trashed, because we don't need that either. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to take this system and we're going to move it. And we're going to make a more massive storage system for all this stuff somewhere else. And I'm not entirely sure where. We might put a building right here. And I think that'll be the best option. We put a building right here once we're done with the chickens, and we'll have mass storage for all of the things that we're going to be getting from the farms. So all of the mob drops, because honestly, we filled this up and yeah, we're getting some trophies. That's fine. But for the most part, these drawers are never going to be filled with anything. So if we can, you know, get drops coming in from other sources, we're going to have not only the chicken coop, but also the greenhouse, which is probably going to go right here. It is going to probably be fairly large. We'll see how we end up doing that later, because I'm not entirely sure about that one either. We might have like an underground area, and then the top will be like for sugarcane and stuff like that. But I have a lot of like building decisions to do in this area, and I'm not entirely sure what I want to do yet. But I think what we're going to do is have like a building here that is going to be our storage, basically mass storage. We have a lot of things to do with the seeds. What we're probably going to end up doing is not actually storing many of these essences, but rather we're going to craft most essences into whatever we need from them. So for example, let's see, there is the Draconium essence. The only thing it can ever do is become Draconium. So there's no reason not to craft it into that immediately. Same with, like, you know, Thaumium. And there's some, like, let's see, Nether essence. We'll want to store that as is because it can become a lot of different things. And so we'll just have that kind of all shipped over and stored in the mass storage area. So there's going to be like 4 buildings, I guess. And the greenhouse might actually extend into the wall and or underground, just because there are a lot of seeds. There's about 120 chickens, so our chicken coop might be multi-layered. I'm not sure. The barn is going to be multi-layered. We're going to have an upstairs. It's going to have a couple sheep and all that kind of stuff, if I so choose, just to kind of have the animals if we ever need them. Don't think we will, but it'll look nice and it'll be cool. So that is enough talking. Let's get into crafting and whatnot. So diamond, emerald, and let's just start with diamond and emerald. So we're gonna need 4 of those, and emeralds, we're gonna need 4 of these, and that is the first 2 seeds that we're going to be making of the tier 5s. And I'm just going to get rid of that. As you can see, I have all the supremium essence that we need. Basically just AFKing for so long, because sometimes these chickens take forever. I literally, yesterday I watched TV and played Pokemon all day and let the chickens kind of run. And about every 20 minutes or so, I came upstairs to my computer and actually, you know, did things with the chickens. And there's plenty of stuff that I can still do, but I will do that later. So we need, what's next for all of this? So wither skeleton chunks. That is not going to be the easiest thing to get. Enter XP. So do we have wither skeletons? No. So if we wanted wither skeleton chunks, we'd need wither skeleton skulls. That is something we have 14 of. And we need 8. So sure, let's go that way. So we just need a tier 5 mob chunk. So the unfortunate thing is, let's see, we have tier 2 mob chunks, tier 3. We have some tier 3s, but we don't have any higher tiers. So we have options. One thing we could do is, I believe blazes are tier 4. So tier 4 we could upgrade with just 2 supremium. We would need, what, 8 supremium? Let's just look at essence. And we definitely have that. Or we could upgrade the tier 3s or even tier 2. How many? We have enough tier 3s. Let's go ahead and upgrade that. We are going to need to come up here and smelt up this one. So in order to get these to be tier 4, we're going to need more essence. And surprisingly, just 1 of these will turn those into the tier 4s and tier 5s. And there is the wither skeleton chunks. Perfect. So we'll get that going. Now the wither skeleton chunks obviously are going to make us wither skeleton essence. And that we can use for a couple things. We can get blast-proof glass, weatherproof glass, blocks, but we can also get skulls. We just need a blank skull, which isn't too terrible to make. But there is the wither skeleton seeds. Now, uranium, platinum, and iridium. Now, I know we can get all of these. Platinum we should have. The uranium seeds Is it just, yep, just uranium from that, and then iridium. We don't have any iridium in the system. However, I am prepared. We have chickens. Let's just murder 2 of these guys and see if that's enough. And funnily enough, the iridium chickens, oh, they only give nuggets. Ooh, so we're gonna need a lot more. Funnily enough, the iridium chickens are what you need in order to get the mana infused chickens. So for whatever reason, the tier 5 seed is easier to get than the tier 4. But there is a bunch of stuff. Do we have enough nuggets? Yes, barely, but we have enough. Alright, I'm going to actually put any excess drops like that in. Yeah, we're going to put those in there for right now. So let's get uranium, platinum, and iridium seeds. So there is those 3 done. Now we need Enderium, Manulin, and Vibrant Alloy. So Enderium, none of that. Vibrant, nope. How about Manulin? No. So all of those are actually not too hard to get. Gonna be honest, they're pretty easy to get for us. We just need to do a couple of things. So the first thing is, do we have any of them? No, I don't have Enderium yet, and I don't have Vibrant Alloy yet. I just recently got the energetic alloys, so we need to make those. Enderium is pretty easy. We can make it an alloy smelter with Enderium base, which is platinum, lead, and ender pearls. So we're going to need sand times 2. Let's try to get everything that we need for the rest. Lead times 3. I said 3. Ender pearls, we're going to need 8 of them. 4 for the Enderium, and 4 for turning these 4 energetic alloy ingots into the vibrant. And then we're going to need a single platinum. Then for the Manulin, we're going to need cobalt and ardite. Easy enough. Now, I do have a question about this one. The Manulin, can we get that from? Yes, we can. Cool. Ooh, it's only a 1-to-1. Hold up. Manulin is only a 1-to-1. What if we cast it? Alloying 2-2-2. Oh, okay. That's fine. I thought it was 2 ingots make 2 ingots, not 2 ingots make 1 ingot type of thing. That's fine. So let's put these seeds away, and I will mark them off the list and all that kind of stuff later. Terra steel, Insteel, and refined obsidian. So do we have any refined obsidian? We have some refined obsidian dust. That's good. Terra steel. We have the Terra steel and Insteel. We do not have Insteel. Now we could get Insteel from our cows. That would be a usage of them. There is the Terra steel. However, how bad is it to make Insteel? Insteel is what? Dark steel, Instone, and obsidian. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just some obsidian. So we need to go do some crafting. And we might actually need another machine. I'm not sure if we have the osmium compressor. Infusing, crushing, osmium compressing. Alright, we do have it. We're just going to need some more osmium. And we're just going to get a full stack, because why not? And then we need to Induction smelt, we'll induction smelt those. And enhanced alloy smelt, we'll get those. That was very quick. I like that this is very quick to craft. So there's the Enderium. This is, you know, an enhanced alloy smelter. It is a high tier machine, all that kind of fun stuff. So there's those. Refined obsidian. The Manulin might actually be the slowest thing because we only have a reinforced smelter. There's the vibrant. And I think that's going to be it for the seeds. Cool. So then we can get into a little bit of the chicken stuff. And then what I'll probably end up doing is calling the episode there. I will be honest. I'm actually going on a bit of a trip when this goes out, and so I don't have too much time left to record everything for the next like week, so that's unfortunate, but is what it is. Vibrant, and then the 2 purples. Cool. So there is all of the tier 5 seeds. So all that's left is the tier 6 seeds. I did that the wrong way. At mystical. So I think we have the Infernium seeds. I feel like we did get those. Yes, we have the tier 6 Infernium. So there's only Nether Star, Dragon Egg, Awakened Draconium, Neutronium. And honestly, other than the fact that it requires a tier 6 crafting seed and a lot of Insanium, we could make all those. However, we can't grow them because we need Cruxes. And that requires even more Insanium and a Dragonheart. Dragonheart is actually the hardest thing to get because actually, no, is it? Never mind. Ender Dragon, Ender Chicken drops the Dragonheart. I was thinking for whatever reason the Chaos Chicken was the one that was going to drop the Dragonheart. That drops the other thing. What is it called? The Chaos Shards. Yeah, that's the worst part. So we will not worry about that for a while. Anyways, chickens. We are going to need about 120 of these roosts. So we should probably teach the system how to make them, if it doesn't already. And hopefully we're gonna see some things. So let's go ahead and teach the system how to make a roost. Now, wood, hay bales, easy enough. That is not a concern. And we're going to make 110. We need 266 more hay bales. And surprisingly, we have that already in here. So let's just get like that. And again, we'll just do 110 for now. We're missing 10. Oh, come on. Let's just take the other stack. Actually, I'm just going to put in 16. There we go. 110. That should not take too terribly long. And what we're going to do is start looking at how this works. So we're going to have an entrance in the middle. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna have hay bales inside of this thing. I don't know if I want it that way or if I want it this way. I might change decorations. We could make, you know, patterns with doing different things. That doesn't look terribly good. I might just, you know, I think for this one, we might do something different for the cows, because the cows are also going to have a hay bale floor, because why not? We have a ton of hay. But we're going to just put these like so. And I know that there's going to be some darkness behind. That's fine for now. And we're going to make this structure out of wood, for the record. I would love to make it the barn out of wood. However, I want that classic red look. So we're going to probably end up using concrete for that. I'll see if there's a good like chisel pattern or something. But this roost collector is kind of the main thing that we need. So the roost collector presumably collects from roosts. It wasn't working with where it was. And the reason is really, really silly. This thing checks in a 9x9 area, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, this is a 9x9 interior. So if we put this in the center, which I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the door. Yes. It checks in a 9x9 area 3 blocks tall. However, it's 3 blocks above it. It's this block, the next block up, and the next block up. It doesn't check underneath it. So that's why it wasn't working before. But if we put a roost here, and that looks really nice. I know you probably won't see. I mean, we could put another hay bale here. That looks really cool. I like that. We're gonna go with that, and I like it. The chickens being 1 block up, so we walk into it, and then there's gonna be a ton of chickens here. That also gives us room so we can put wiring underneath to extract items, and we're gonna want to extract items pretty quickly because these chickens are going to produce pretty quickly. So let's get a few roosts, and what we can do is set them up like so. And obviously the corners don't matter, but we're going to do something like this. And what I am going to end up doing is putting the chickens in some sort of like rational form, because it makes sense to have, let's say, all of the 16 various dies close together. So that's what we're going to do. The big question is, well, there's 2 big questions actually. The first big question is, will this be enough space for all the chickens? The second question is, will this be enough of a roost collector to collect everything? I am going to say probably not, but I guess we'll find out. And yeah, definitely. So I have 2. I took a stack. So we have 48. We're probably going to need more. So what I might end up doing is changing this around. We'll put a second layer. Maybe we'll take one side out, have a staircase type of thing. I'll figure out something with that. But for right now, what I want to do is I want to grab 2 specific chickens. And I collect them in stacks of 16 for this exact reason. The main thing is they only ever stack to 16. So that is kind of the key. But what we're going to grab is the Awakened Draconium and the Normal Draconium, because those are probably the 2 most important, and they're also going to take forever. So I kind of want to see how quickly they produce. So let's put the Draconium and the Awakened Draconium. They actually produce really quickly. And so what we should see is 30, 40%, 60%. This is going to produce a bunch of items. 3 Awakened Draconium Nuggets, and then this is going to collect them. It is really slow. That is good to know, but then it's just going to collect them. And these guys are just going to continuously produce. Now, something else we can do, and we can do this with, what's it called, equivalent exchange later, but we can speed these guys up. And unfortunately, this is probably not going to be any faster, but what if we speed you up? You also work for that. Good to know. So we might want, sooner rather than later, to get a very powerful item, the Watch of Flowing Time. This is actually not that terrible to make. We don't need the roofs anymore. But it will need for it to work a pedestal. It is called an Eldritch pedestal. There it is. Dark matter pedestal. These are a little bit more expensive, but those two items together break the game. Sometimes literally, it will actually break the game, but in general, it's just kind of a saying. Also, how much? I'm curious how much molten infinity we have. We have 12 buckets. That's a lot. That is a lot of infinity ingots. So at this point, I kind of need to figure out. So with this being so slow, our other option is we just pipe on the back of these. That would be a lot of pipes. However, it would be a lot faster. And while this is the cleaner look, we already have that much just from speeding up all these guys just a little bit. While pipes on the back would be better in some sense, it would also kind of be worse just because we're going to have a lot of mess of pipes. So if I could use the roost collector, it would be nice. I'm going to look and see if there's any ways to speed that up. Because while the draconium guys aren't too big of a deal, if we grab something that's going to be pretty quick, like let's just grab a lapis. This guy is very quick and is going to produce lapis fairly quickly. I don't want it to fill up, but at the same time, if it does, it does. That's not the end of the world. So we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing. I'll have to think about that a little bit. But like I said before, I think that is going to be the end of the episode. Let's check to make sure. Okay, I've already completed all the quests, so there's nothing to receive there. The only other thing is we're going to have, you know, our greenhouse over in this area. I don't know exactly where, but I do want to keep some room so that the door to the barn can be good enough to like get through. But a lot of the barn building I'm going to do off camera. I think I've talked about this before, but we have these cable facades, and they are going to be very important for like this and, you know, putting them on all of these cables so that the cables and all that are kind of hidden. It just looks like, you know, hay bales. So we might just do the up and down hay bales for this as well. But I'll have to get enough facades for all that. Not that big of a deal. I've seen how to make these before. It's just some cable anchors and a hay bale. You get 4 of them. Not too shabby. And then I just, you know, put the floor in. We'll put a trapdoor in the middle. Probably, so that we can get down to the basement, or maybe I'll put it in off to the side and we'll have a ladder kind of in the middle to go up and down as well. But yeah, that is kind of the idea with this. We'll build this up a little bit, and then eventually, and this is the secret, this is what I've been planning for quite some time. I have this concrete. I have a lot of blue concrete and light blue concrete, and what we're going to end up doing in here is making, it doesn't look that good with this, but we're going to end up making a sky. And to make it even better, we're going to get some glowstone blocks, and we're going to run over here, and I think I have one. Hopefully I do. I guess I'll find out in a second. Do I have one? Yes. We're going to use a painting machine, and we're just going to put some light gray concrete there, and we're going to put some glowstone, and we're going to get some painted glowstone that is light blue concrete. Now I can intertwine some blue concrete. I can use, you know, white concrete for clouds. We're going to have a nice bright sun, so that's going to be some yellow concrete, and we're basically just going to make an overworld sky in the farm area. because that makes the most sense. Now the concrete, the glowstone, you can't tell the difference, but it lights up the area, so it's going to be nice and bright. And so that is going to be what the ceiling is, and I'm actually really looking forward to how it looks when it's done, because it's going to be so blue. It's going to be so nice, and we'll have clouds, and we'll have a sun somewhere. I might put the sun in like a corner, but we'll see. I don't plan on, I'll be honest, I don't plan on doing anything to the walls. It's literally just going to be the ceiling. So we'll put the sun, like, you know, somewhere in the middle. Maybe right here, so that we can see it well enough, and all that kind of fun stuff. So that is the plans. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with the chickens, for sure. Now, obviously, this guy could handle a handful of chickens, but this many chickens, definitely not. So I could always just, especially if it's different items. If it was all the same item, that's not as big of a deal. But I'll probably need to get more roost collectors, and I need to figure out if there's anything I can do with this to make it better, other than just speeding it up with tick accelerators. So that is something I'll figure out. And worst case scenario, I can always use the conduits, and that'll work just fine. So that is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Didn't do much, but we have plans, and we're gonna start getting things taken care of. With these guys running, by the way, I'm gonna start getting enough draconium, there we go, that's what it's called, to actually make what we need. The only thing left that we really need to get access to in large quantities to do draconic evolution stuff is nether stars. So it might be smart to get, at the very least, the mechanical user with the infernium seeds set up. I think that would be a good idea. And I think I'm going to actually do that between episodes. We'll just set up a bunch of things, and I could always... I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but just kind of temporary. We need a lot of the essence. We're going to need what? How much for the nether star seeds? We need 8 insanium plus everything to craft up to the seeds. So, you know what? I think what I'm going to do is just wait on that, and I'm gonna throw all this essence into the system, and by system I mean the thing over here. There you are, and that's gonna make more insanium than anything else. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of keep an eye on, we get loot chests, they sometimes give us all the insanium we need. So we just need to get 4 nether stars, and that's just going to be a matter of getting some wither skulls. So how many do we have? We have 6. That's 2. Okay. So I guess, can I craft one of these? No, not yet. 4 seeds, yeah. Okay, so can I craft these into 4? I could. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. And then once I get the insanium, which I have the ingot, but as soon as I get the essence, we can just make the first seed, and then I can make the nether star seeds, and then those we can grow because we actually have the crux already. We got that from reward. We have 2 of them to be exact. So, and then we can grow that. We can tick accelerate it if need be. And then with that taken care of, we can start getting back into the draconic evolution stuff, which is all to just get the energy condenser. Once we have an energy condenser, I can get as many nether stars as I need. for the most part. And we can work on just being overpowered and trying to finish up this series. So, that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!